Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Night Shift. We're your hosts, Jerry and Ralph.
How's it going, everybody?
So, it's been a little bit. We took a little break, I guess you could say.
Yuri?
Indeed, a little break. So, what have you been up to, Ralph?
Really haven't been not up to anything really. Just moving and stuff and
Yeah.
watching horror movies. It's that time of the
Oh,
year.
yeah, definitely. You recently said you seen Venom 2, correct?
Oh yeah,
How was it?
and I
How was it?
it was amazing.
That was amazing.
Like
So better than the first film, because I know you were pretty mixed on the first film.
I was pretty mixed about the first film, but it's the first film. You gotta have the origin story. It's kind of
Yeah.
predictable, but like, yeah,
I
first movie was
actually I
awesome as
actually
well.
have not seen the first Venom movie. I really should.
Wait, really?
I got to get around to it.
I
I
cannot believe that actually.
I know what the plot of the movie is. I've seen reviews, but like I don't really. I need to watch it. All right.
Right?
I
Like, it's
just don't
really
watch a whole
good.
lot of stuff these days, which is kind of kind of what
That's
I
fair.
but it's kind of why I've been starting like a DVD collection because that kind of motivates me a bit more. I know
Right.
it's like a weird thing to say, but yeah, I've been starting a DVD collection, and I've mostly been collecting DVDs for right now. Um, However, I'm split on whether or not I want to start collecting Blu-rays too.
I mean, it's more of a movie collection, so I don't think it matters between like
Yeah, but I
DVD and
mean,
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray is much better quality, but I think like the Blu-ray player automatically upscales the DVDs anyways.
Yeah,
Like,
so like it's
but I mean,
it's up to you,
obviously
really.
Blu-ray is going to be better quality regardless. But like
To be honest, like I got a whole like gaming collection, and it's just like I don't care if it's like on a different platform or something.
I
Like
get that. I get that a lot. Yeah. But I have one Blu-ray disc, and it's literally Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a fucking Queen, the fucking Queen movie that
yeah,
came out like a couple years ago. I liked it. I like Bohemian Rhapsody. I think it's a fun film.
I never finished it. Like I've watched it, but like I never finished it.
May not be the most historically accurate like film, The Queen, but it's still a fun film. Oh, your mic just fucking peaked. You okay?
That wasn't my mic peaking. That was somebody coming into my door.
We're leaving it in. We're leaving it in.
We're leaving it in. Okay, shit. I thought I could mute it before it
We.
happened, but I was way
I
off.
mean, you still were muted, but I noticed it. I kind of addressed it. So
Oh well, fuck
it's the
it.
night shift. We don't care. But I,
Bloopers engaged.
but um, you know, I think that's the attitude I'm just gonna have. I love DVDs because of their price. I'm not gonna lie, and just
Right.
like you can just find so many DVDs at once. However, it's kind of saddening because I'm starting to notice like there's only like one retail store nearby me that like
Oh
sells like a
yeah.
ton of DVDs and Blu-rays,
Right.
and like their selection's getting like smaller and smaller by like the years. I remember like probably like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, you would go there and it's just full of like a ton of shit, and like now it's just like you ain't got much
Yeah.
left. I remember the Kmart that was here had a really good fucking DVD Blu-ray collection when it was
Dude,
around.
I miss Kmart
Oh my
just
god.
period, dude. It's like the one stop shop for about everything.
We gotta get sponsored by Kmart.
I'm pretty sure they're not a thing anymore.
They actually are like still really big in the UK, like in the United Kingdom.
Really?
Yeah, I actually remember looking up, and apparently they're doing well in the United Kingdom. It's just in the United States, like they're just like falling, and I don't see them sticking around much longer in the United States unless.
I hope that they don't like just fall off the face of the earth because like I have too many memories
I
in
mean,
Kmart as it is.
my Kmart's now a royal king, so it went from Kmart to hillbilly town, real quickly. Um,
Very fair. Very
and
good transition.
like the other half is going to be a Myers apparently, which I ain't complaining. Myers is like a retail type store, anyways. So,
Right. It's not that bad.
I mean, I'd rather have, I mean, it'd be nice to have a Best Buy or something, but I'll settle for Myers. Myers will be okay. But like it's October, and we're getting to that.
That kind of season.
Oh yeah. Recently, I actually recently watched the Halloween remake, and
Oh, okay, yeah.
people were really like even back then. People were really split on like the
Either you
Halloween.
loved it or you hated it.
The way I look at it, it's a different type of movie, really. Like I still think it has like the Halloween vibes to it that I like in the original, but it's a different type of like Michael Myers character, and I like both. I love Rob Zombie films a lot, but
Right.
like there's some parts I'm not a big fan of. Like Loretta's kind of like I know she was like a scream, like she would scream and shit in the original, but like in like the Rob Zombie remake, she kind of just screams and runs. She doesn't really fight back until like the end, and I don't even know if that's like just in the director's cut, because the only copy I could find, even online, is the fucking like director's cut. Also, there's like in the director's cut, like they really dragged out Michael Myers' escape. Like they had like a fucking rape scene with like the guards and some other woman at the asylum, and I'm just like, or state hospital or whatever. I'm just like, that dragged on for way too fucking long. Like,
right.
But it's a fun movie. It has brutal kills. I love the effects. I feel like it's not fair to compare it to the 70s version. I know it's, Halloween, it's a remake, but it's a different take on, the idea, But, that's just what I think. I don't know if you've ever seen the Rob Zombie remake, or...
Oh, I have, and I do enjoy it. It's just a different kind of horror movie at times,
Oh my god.
Kind of like what you're saying.
But, it's just like... I think like the best part of that film is Dr. Loomis, like his actor. I forget who the fuck plays him, but he really nails that performance. He really nails that performance. And also kind of portrays Michael differently, because in like the original film, like he's just like a normal kid who suddenly snaps and kills his family. But like in a remake, like they add I don't know if a sense of realism is fair to say, but like they add like the element of like him being like like in an abusive home, which I mean personally to me that kind of like kind of adds a bit more depth. And plus they kind of had to do something, because like the whole like a good chunk of the film is like Michael Myers as a kid, what led up to the events of like what he is, what's he become. Also, the Michael Myers in this film is way more fucking OP. Like he gets shot. He gets shot like 6 fucking times. All right,
he's not going down without a fight. He's getting ready for the matchup between
I have
Freddy
not seen.
and Jason.
I haven't seen. I don't think he'd win that fight, but
I don't think so either. But he put up a fight.
But I don't see. I don't know if like. I don't know. Like it was kind of. I haven't seen the sequel, the Rob Zombie sequel. I hear everybody hated that one. I'm gonna watch that one soon. I'm also going to rewatch the. I'm also going to rewatch the fucking original again, because it's perfect. The sequels, the Halloween sequel, or the original Halloween sequels, aren't really worth watching that much, honestly.
Yeah, H2O kicking
H2O.
like the kung fu.
the fucking one where they're it's like, what's that one where what's that stupid one where they go inside the fucking home and it's like a fucking camera crew?
Yeah, I think that is H2O. Now I think about it.
That was such a fucking stupid film.
That was such a weird film. Like
they were trying so hard.
Correct me on this.
They were trying
so hard.
I'm
pretty sure, like in some point in the movie, that like even Michael like looked around like, what the fuck is going on?
It's
Like,
just,
somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I'm pretty sure like he looked down like
it feels
this
like a
is where my
parody.
career's
Like
going.
it's like, I mean, I don't know if it was self-aware. I haven't watched it, but I've seen like clips of it. And I watched
Mm,
like Cinemassacre's like review of all the Halloween movies, and I remember him mentioning it. And I'm just like, this is fucking stupid.
right.
Who the fuck was this made for?
It was made for the people that will dump cash. Speaking of Venom and this movie, the remake,
Yeah,
they kind of both got similar reactions to each other because I've definitely seen a giant split in between, like either you liked Venom or you didn't like it or you're a bit meh. There's a good split.
yeah. I mean, you get that with sequels. Either the sequel's worse than the original, or it's better than the original. That's kind of the rule.
In
Usually the
my
third film is always the worst, but there's
right,
exceptions. There's exceptions, but like usually the third film's always the one that's Spider-Man free, fucking I guess you could say the fucking I think Batman and Robin came third.
yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily in the same continuity though,
Um,
but um um
anyway,
I think some people didn't like the third Dark Knight movie, but I'm not entirely sure.
right,
I know some people didn't like it. I talked to a couple people who weren't a fan of it. Wasn't X-Men free considered like a
the
like a
worst.
yeah? I know, I
Yeah,
know.
I know that.
It's that third
Like,
it's that third number, you
it's
know.
always that third number is
And
cursed.
of
Like, it
course,
is cursed.
Terminator free. I don't think many people like Terminator free.
I'm not sure on that
I've
one. I
never
did not.
watched Terminator free. I've watched Terminator 1 and 2, but I have not watched Terminator free.
I've watched a lot of Terminator, but the third one I'd never watched, which is kind of weird.
So
Not
you even watched like Genesis, like
yeah,
no, I don't know what it is when that movie came out. Like I guess like people didn't like it, but like me personally, when it came out, people just suddenly stopped talking about it. Like
it's kind of like one of those movies that kind of go under the radar, hardcore to a point.
I
Like
mean, it
you're
was
like,
exciting
where's
that
everybody
Like
at?
it has I'm pretty sure Arnold Schwarzenegger is probably the best part of that film, anyways. I mean,
Probably, but
he's
it's just kind of like when you go in a premiere, like one of those movies that kind of like cut off. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's like one of those movies that cut off. They just kind of like, where is everyone? Like everybody was excited, I
But
think.
yeah, I've only ever seen Terminator 1 and 2. I've never really watched the ones after that. I should. I need to watch more goddamn movies. I really do.
Same,
Like,
but
but
like I haven't watched third one. That's the only one that I'm actually missing here.
and I know there's like the ones that takes place in the actual future, I believe, and I forget which one that was, but
I'm not sure honestly.
it was the one that didn't have Arnold in it. The
Man, I don't remember honestly.
fuck, it really shows the audience how intelligent we are. But
If
some
they're coming from my videos, they already know my intelligence are bad.
but I think like good movies to watch in October. I really should. I need to talk about that a bit because I wanted to bring that up.
Right.
Personally, I think you should always watch Halloween. Around in October, and you should at least watch a Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah. Now, depending on which type of Friday the 13th,
Um.
probably don't start on, Jason Takes Manhattan.
I'd rather watch Jason Takes Manhattan than Jason X. Just saying. I
I
will
mean,
defend
you're
that.
not
You
wrong.
can give you can give Jason Takes Manhattan all the shit you want, but I will watch that 100 times over watching Jason X. A good family film to watch around this time is probably Coraline. It's a really well done animated film, like in stop
Right.
motion, and it's like stop motion like figures or whatever, and like puppets. I think I'm not entirely sure, but I love that movie to death. Like the nostalgia of it, and also like how beautifully animated it is, and plus it's like I have a soft spot for like family films that are dark.
Right. There's not many of them.
Oh yeah. I know people reference like The Nightmare Before Christmas a lot, but I feel like that film is a bit overrated. Not that it's bad, but like
Right.
Coraline doesn't get the love it deserves. Honestly, I mean it does to an extent, but I don't feel like I feel like people look at like Nightmare Before Christmas to be like a definitive animated
Yeah.
Halloween film or Christmas film if you think about it. It could be both, I suppose. but
I suppose.
but I've only seen the first one, so I know there's a sequel. I believe. I think there's a sequel.
Yeah.
Um, Another good film. This is gonna be a weird one. To watch around Halloween. I feel like Batman 1989. Like it's not. It's not
Oh,
like
okay.
just the atmosphere in that film alone, and just the way it's
It's
like
pretty
shot,
good.
and it's like most of it's at night, and it has like the Jack Nicholson Joker, who's like this fucking zany villain, and plus there's like a scene where he like just fucking electrocutes a man to a skeleton,
Right.
and then there's like a scene where he's getting like the surgery on his face, and he's just freaking out. I and plus like it's a fun movie as well, and it's a darker movie, and and plus like I just think it's a good film that kind of gets me in that mood around
Right.
October. It gets me
Mine
in that
is
mood.
like, if it's not like strictly horror, then like I usually go to something like Ghost Rider, the original movies.
Exactly, Ghost Rider. I've only seen
Like,
I actually bought like a copy of Ghost Rider 1 and 2. I
really?
loved Ghost Rider 1, but I've never seen Ghost Rider 2. I need to rewatch both of them.
What?
I've never watched Ghost Rider. For anything, it's freaking it's Nicolas Cage that fucking just that freak out scene of him
He
transform it.
brings it home. Like, he
Like
does bring it
he's
home.
probably the best part of just that whole film. Just
Franchise.
Nicolas
Shit.
Cage being like Nicolas Cage. I
Pretty
feel
much.
I would pay money for Marvel just to fucking hire Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider in an MCU film, even if he
Isn't
appears for
he?
like 5 seconds.
Well,
Like
he
fuck.
kind of did in like, I don't know if this counts on MCU. Kind of tells you how
I
much
know
of a
they
nerd.
have Robbie Reyes, but that's a different Ghost Rider.
Well, he's not technically in the MCU. He's more in the Agents of Shield show.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that counts or not. I
It's
I
a
just
different
don't
it's a
know.
different Ghost Rider, but I mean, there's a
Well, he
lot.
got his powers from the OG.
Yeah, but there's like a new Black Widow too, so it's just like it's not too far fetched to have,
Right.
but
Anyway.
but what do you think? You have any other ones you would recommend? Like any
Hmm.
horror films specifically?
Oh, horror films. Dawn, Dawn of, what is it? Dawn of the Dead remake.
The Dawn of the Dead remake is a really good. We got it. That should be a whole other topic. Like just really
Just by alone.
good horror movie like remakes. That's the next episode,
Right.
by the way. Just thought I'd let you guys know. Um,
Fucking stay tuned to that.
if we actually fucking release a second episode this fucking month. I mean, it's still early in the month. It's only the third, and I'm probably gonna upload this at fucking midnight. Let's be realistic here. But
Point is
but
Dawn of the Dead. Fuck, I don't know if I
really,
should say that
I
for
feel
that.
like watching like the George A. Romero like original trilogy in general,
Oh yeah, that's a fun one
like
though.
you go
Like,
from Night of the Living Dead to Day of the Dead.
yeah, like it's awesome, honestly. Like how it's kind of cool seeing like where the zombies could progress because like at one point they could talk, they could shoot, you know.
I know he made like
Getting
Diary
more
of
and
the
more
Dead,
interesting.
which was another film he made, but that kind of sucked. Like the opening
I didn't
was
even
really
see
good.
it, honestly.
It's like it's a shitty like found footage film, and it's just the editing so fucking weird, and it's just it's just all over the place. I think there's another one he made that I didn't see. I think it was his last zombie film. Fuck, I don't remember what it was,
I think
but
it was Dawn of. Well, no, it
no,
couldn't have
he
been Dawn
made
of the
one
Dead.
after Diary of the Dead. I know he made one after Diary of the Dead,
I don't remember honestly, and it's actually
but
kind of
it's
driving me
bugging the
crazy a
hell out
bit.
of me. Um, Actually, I have internet pulled up here. Just go ahead and
But
George.
anyway, but those
George
movies
A.
of the Dead
Romero.
movies, like especially the remake, like I do love the remake for one reason. Well, for a few reasons, but like there's one that kind of sticks out for me. And this is spoilers if you didn't watch it, but at the end of the movie, they're all the sacrifices after everything. They all kind of get off this boat without checking the island first to see if like all of them were zombies. The dog runs off, and as soon as they start making noise, all the zombies just pop their heads out. To little kid me, that was the scariest fucking scene that I've ever seen. Just all the zombies' heads just
I think it
high.
was Land of the Dead. I think.
Really?
It was either Land of the Dead or Survival of the Dead. I think it was Survival of the Dead.
It might have been.
I think it was Survival of the Dead.
But dang man, like those movies were like pretty good. Uh Friday the 13th films, depending on which
I would
ones.
recommend if you just like, I mean, I would recommend watching the first one, but I would recommend at least like
Wasn't there also a remake of it?
yes, I think Michael Bay directed it. The remake,
Honestly, I didn't
I liked the
mind it,
remake.
you know?
It wasn't perfect, but like I kind of liked Rambo Jason, and I really liked the main character dude, like the supernatural dude. Like he kind of gave me like a Tommy Jarvis vibe, which I really liked.
You know him from like this, but like I've been watching him from years for like in Supernatural. Like when I heard that he was gonna be in a Friday the 13th film, and I'm like, oh god, he's not even gonna have to switch
Plus,
characters. He'd just be hiding.
it's probably the most interesting like character there because he's just there looking for his sister. But,
Right.
Um, I feel like we really should have gotten a sequel to that film, honestly. But
Well, now the court case that ended finally.
yeah, but we don't know what's going to happen after that, and we're not even going to discuss that right now. That's a whole other can of
Yeah.
worms. But you know,
But it is over though. Like at least it is over.
at least it's over. At least something can happen.
Right. Even if it's something bad, even if it's in that area, you can kind of see like at least it's getting content.
Exactly. Um. However, I don't know how the hell he's going to make a movie without a studio. I mean,
I couldn't tell you honestly.
but that's not for today. I also recommend A Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, at least
Oh
watch
yeah.
the first one. At least watch the first.
Showing that Ohio is definitely cursed.
um,
I always forget, like when I'm watching those movies, like that friggin' or fucking that it's in Ohio until somebody like brings it up.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I wonder where this all going here. Springfield, Ohio. Oh, okay. Or not Springfield. Wait, was it? Shit. It's been a little bit since I've watched the movies.
Yeah. It's been a while since I watched them. Like, I'm gonna probably marathon them this month as well. I know how we're just pulling out the basic ass fucking horror films.
I know, like we should be talking about like Hellraiser. Like I still haven't watched Hellraiser, so I can't.
I have not
pull
watched
that up, but
Hellraiser. I need to watch Hellraiser. Fuck.
Same.
Remember,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's not bad.
the first film is like a serious, like, actually, like, kind of disturbing film. The second one's kind of a goofy horror film that kind of doesn't take itself seriously. I don't, I don't know.
Well, this is a hillbilly with a chainsaw, so
I don't know what the hell the rest were, but then the remake wasn't that bad, honestly. I like the Chainsaw Massacre remake. They had the dude from the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket. I forget his name. Spoiler alert, we're gonna be terrible with names throughout this entire fucking podcast. We're probably never gonna change. We're terrible with names. It's in our nature. But yeah. So since we talked about movies, how about we talk about good video games to play in October?
Ooh, okay. Let's just get the obvious ones completely out of the way and say Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Obviously.
specifically, if I had to recommend, obviously 4 would be a great one to play. Resident Evil 2 remake, play that's amazing.
That is a very good game. I hear Resident Evil 4 is also getting a remake, but
And Resident Evil 7,
Resident Evil 7 is a very
definitely
very
play
good
that
one.
in October. Definitely.
It'll get the spooky feels going.
And I know a lot of people give like these games, like at least the first one, a lot of backlash, but the Evil Within, like I recommend playing that around
I
Halloween.
do as well.
I love the atmosphere in Evil Within 1. Evil Within 2 is great and better like gameplay wise, but like the atmosphere just doesn't compare to the first one.
Right.
It's the atmosphere is great. Like I feel like if you really like Resident Evil 4, you're probably gonna like Evil Within 1. It's a bit difficult, like, but it's fun. If you actually like try, push through it. I know it took me a while to get past the fucking chainsaw dude in like the first, like I think like the first chapter, but yeah, it's a fun game. The enemies are fucking amazingly designed. Now, the Evil Within 2 is great.
Right.
It wraps up the story like Sebastian's arc, but Sebastian being the main character, if you guys don't know. But
if you didn't somehow know.
But it's better gameplay wise, but the atmosphere and the soundtrack from like the first game just does not compare. And also, I know people really gave like the first game shit because I don't know what the fuck's going on throughout most of the game. But I'm just like, I kind of like that because it kind of leaves you in like confusion of what the fuck's happening.
Right, I kind of enjoy that. The fact that like
when you think
you're
about it,
in the you are kind of the character.
The whole series is like if The Matrix was a horror film.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
But like through the character's eyes, like he doesn't know what the fuck's going on either.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, don't ask him for answers.
And honestly,
he don't know.
I don't know if that idea has like actually been executed, but like a horror film that's like a Matrix, like the Matrix concept going into a horrific simulation. I don't know if a film like that exists, but it needs to.
Right.
Also, Resident Evil Village is great too. Just thought I'd throw it
something that we really can't go too much into detail for spoilers because
somebody didn't finish the damn game yet.
That would be me.
Exactly.
If you've been seeing my channel, whatever I record on Resident Evil is really what I played of Resident Evil. Like, I don't just go, oh, let me play this in my free time and I'll act like that's my reaction. No, like, that's my live reaction to it. And I kind of want to keep it that way because, like, I don't know, that's just disingenuous. There's a lot of people that can pull off that natural, like, scare.
And if you want, like, a good, like,
I can't.
like lobby-based, like, horror game, I would recommend either, probably Dead by Daylight is a really good one.
Dead by Daylight.
I have not played Dead by Daylight yet, but I've seen it. It looks really fun.
AKA, he hasn't played it with me.
Exactly.
I'm kind of an asshole in it.
And the Friday the 13th video game is really good too. I mean, they're not.
Hopefully, you can get some content now.
I don't know if they are, but if they can, if like somehow they could resurrect it, like from the dead, I doubt it.
Like, there's still players on it. That's the thing.
Yeah. Like, if by some miracle they could go kick it back into development, that'd be great. But
maybe even a sequel game, I'd love it.
A sequel game, definitely, or maybe like
like Friday the 13th Part 2 on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 or 5, Xbox, PC, and
all
whatever.
The above, everything.
Just everything, even on your phone,
even on your air conditioner.
Even on your air conditioner, you're getting cooled off while you're playing a horror game. Oh man, you're gonna have some
on your fucking on your Powerade bottle.
On your Powerade, you could drink it. You might get electrocuted, but you'll be fine. There's a lot of good games for a horror kind of
There is. I mean, and
atmosphere,
I'm just scratching the surface of what I would recommend. I mean, some people would
right?
argue like I know you probably would because I know you're a fan of the Call of Duty Black Ops series and Call of Duty in general. You're the guy I go to for like Call of Duty lore. Okay, if I need to know something
Okay,
about Call of Duty, I know like
if
the
you want
zombies.
spooky stuff, like
I know World
I'd
at War
kind
is
of go
really
with
good.
World at War is a great game to play in October because like okay, you're just spawned into middle of nowhere. You hear this weird otherworldly kind of music and all you hear from like miles away, right?
Yeah, and I
You
think
know,
World at War was the
that's some
first one to
scary shit.
implement zombies, wasn't it? I could be wrong.
Yeah, and some background, kind of like some back, back behind the scenes stuff. Zombies was never supposed to be a thing. That was kind of like the last second added by ex director. I can't think of his name right now, but whoever directed World at War actually put in zombies on his own. So that was never supposed to be a game mode that everybody latched on to. Think about that.
Also, if you have the opportunity, if you happen to have like Red Dead Redemption 1, play the
Undead
zombie,
Nightmare.
play Undead Nightmare. Just that
It's very worth it.
you don't even really need to play like the like I still would recommend you play Red Dead Redemption 1, but Undead Nightmare on its own is amazing on its own.
Right.
Like that whole DLC is just perfect. I wish if Rockstar and Take Two were greedy, we probably could have gotten like a horror GTA 5 single player DLC.
I
But
doubt
can't
that's
have
ever
that.
gonna
Nah.
happen. Like anything like with
We got
story,
shark cards to sell. You know.
like anything with story, like they're gonna just release a whole bunch of stuff for like Halloween ish.
Yeah,
Like
but it's not gonna be single. They're never gonna release single player stuff. Those days are over.
I know.
Let's just be honest. Rip off that band-aid and accept it. Because that's the way it's going to
By the
be.
way, this is being recorded on October 3rd, so if we're really out of date, we apologize.
Yeah. And just in case you guys don't want to, read where this was when this was uploaded. But anyways, I also want to kind of touch on the Nickelodeon All-Star Battle
Oh
game
god,
that's coming out.
yes.
I've been
Basically
noticing a lot
Nickelodeon Smash.
lately. We've been noticing like a lot of these like Smash-esque games. We had PlayStation All-Stars. There's that Cartoon Network one that didn't take off, but apparently wasn't too bad. Which
Right.
I'm tempted to actually try and track down a copy of because I will actually consider playing that.
Right.
But anyways, the roster.
The roster is interesting.
Okay, you got Aang. You're gonna have Aang from Last Airbender. April
Okay.
O'Neil, which okay. Cat Dog for some reason. Danny Phantom, which obvious. That's probably gonna be my main, aside from Nigel. We'll get to that. Helga from Hey Arnold, because why not?
You're
Korra
right.
from Legend of Korra, fair enough. Korra's cool. Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I would have preferred Raphael, but okay. Lincoln Loud from the Loud House. That's gonna be fucking interesting seeing this fucking 11-year-old
Kid.
beat up a fucking Ninja Turtle.
Right.
You got Lucy Loud, which was probably my favorite Loud House character, honestly. I have like like a niche for just funny goth characters. And
Right.
no, I'm not like I'm not like Rebel Taxi and have a thing for fucking goth chicks. I mean, I do, but not fucking children. You fucking weirdos.
Weird.
But
Yeah.
Michelangelo. Okay, we got Michelangelo, but don't got Raphael. What the? Could have put Raphael there, bitch. Wait, well, you could have put. Oh, I'll get to that later. To what characters I'd want. Nigel Thornberry, which would also either Danny Phantom or Nigel Thornberry be my main, because Nigel Thornberry is Nigel
Isn't he
Thornberry.
also getting acted?
Yeah, he's this is the official roster so far.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oblina from Real Monsters. I had never watched Real Monsters, so Patrick Star from SpongeBob, of course.
Right.
Powder Toast Man from Ren and Snippy, which I'm actually kind of glad. And they got Ren, and Reptar from Rugrats, which okay, I wasn't expecting
Alright.
that one. Sandy Cheeks, Makes sense. SpongeBob SquarePants, obviously, and Stimpy. Of course, from Ren and Stimpy, and then Zim from Invader Zim, and recently Toph, which is great. If they could add DLC, my two picks would either be Casey Jones or either Casey Jones or Zuko. Personally, that's if I had to pick
Yeah,
DLC,
Zuko would be nice.
either Zuko or Casey Jones. I don't know who
I can
else I would
already
really.
see like the. It'd just be funny just seeing Casey Jones run in on like somebody like. Wait, would Danny Phantom even having a chance?
Okay, I don't think. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure Danny Phantom would defeat Zuko in a fight.
Yeah, but this is a Smash game. Like, there's no real like actual
You said didn't
logic
stand a
against
chance.
it.
I was assuming you were like in an actual fight situation.
Oh no!
I mean, I think
like,
I think the reason that why they added Reptar is they had to add a fucking Rugrat character that wasn't a fucking infant. Just imagine Danny
yeah,
Phantom beating up fucking infants.
yeah.
That would be so ridiculously over the top. They should have added
That'd be
Stu.
funny though.
Stu's also my Stu from Rugrats.
Yeah,
Why are you making pudding at 3 a.m.? Because I lost control of my life. his smash move is the chocolate pudding. Add stew.
yes, please add Stu.
At least, if anything, add stew. Okay. What
Anything.
about you? Any recommendations that you would add? For DLC,
Dang,
maybe?
there's like a lot, but they're like all early 2000 kind of stuff.
But it has to be like Nickelodeon, or I think it has to be like a Viacom property. Probably.
Could you imagine like the stars of iCarly being in it?
Add
Fucking
Spencer.
Spencer.
Just Spencer. He just sets everything on fire.
Or like the spaghetti taco ultimate.
Oh yeah, add Spencer. Definitely add
That would
Spencer. I'd say add Drake and Josh, but Drake is kind of canceled right now. So
yeah, let's not get into that.
when he's not being canceled, he can join. But
If he's not being canceled, then he can join.
maybe Gaz or Dib from Invader Zim.
That would be interesting. Cause like, it can really pull some stuff here. Like,
Or I guess you could also oh shoot, was it Kablam? Who are the two kids from Kablam?
I really don't remember.
I have a page open. Kablam. Kids.
But very odd parents. Like, thing is, things that's already been in a game, like I don't remember that game that used to be like that PS2 game. Now I can't think of its name. You know, the one that had the dang it. It was Danny Phantom, Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, Nick United, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
thing is like they'd be easy to port them over.
I mean, it's a Nickelodeon property. You got most of them. Actually, if there is DLC, you can. I know like the first two you probably going to get regardless. If there is DLC, you're definitely going to get Jimmy Neutron, and you're definitely going to get Timmy Turner or Cosmo and Wanda.
All right.
However, I don't know if all the characters have been like revealed. These are enough to like start. But, like if they could release like DLC characters, that'd be pretty sick. Like,
Right.
definitely. Oh, by the way, the characters were Henry and June, so you probably could add the clan characters, and they just throw cartoons at them. I don't know. That's just thought. That was just a thought. Or maybe fuck. Who was the janitor from Ned's the Classified School Survival Guy? Get him in there. He always knew what to do. He knew how to get the job done. You know what's funny? The dude who played the janitor in Ned's the Classified School Survival Guide, he also voiced Timmy's dad, which I find hysterical.
Yeah. It's really weird on how like certain actors and actresses can voice your childhood
Dude,
practically.
I
I have
was
no
so
idea.
upset when, like, we're gonna get like a high school survival guide, but that project got canned. Just didn't have enough funding, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
I think a reboot would be justified for that show, definitely. Oh, since it's a Nickelodeon movie, could we get Jack Black in the game as the teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Beats up people with a guitar. Definitely. Definitely. I'm sure Jack Black would be up for it. The motherfucker's voiced in Bowser. He'll do all the game work possible.
Yeah.
But, anyways, final thoughts. Anything you want to say before we end this episode?
Hopefully you all have a terrific day.
Yes. And it's the
I'm
beginning of this
probably actually about to go record the next episode of
Resident Evil Village, which you should do. Go play the damn game. Finish it so we can actually have a discussion, Mr. Ralph.
Damn,
Now.
I thought you were actually about to use my last name.
Nah.
Yeah, that would be a little weird.
Mr. Ralph. But,
No, Mr. Zombie.
Mr. Zombie.
Ralph was my father.
Mr. 35.
Mr. 30. No, just Ralph. 35 was my father.
35 was my father.
Oh, that
I'm
sounded
actually-
way worse.
I'm actually 35 Junior. Thank you very much.
It's
But-
35J, actually.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you all in the next episode. Until next time, thanks for joining us in the night shift. Farewell.
Jeez.